The Game of Thrones mod, dragons, yay! Today we are playing my boy Ned Stark. Ned Stark is the warden of this massive kingdom called the North. He's 21 and he has just come back home from a massive civil war. You see, his father and brother went down here to the capital and they both got killed by the Mad King. Our father was set ablaze with wildfire by King Aerys the Mad King, and our brother was executed by King Aerys the Mad King. Now why did they go to the capital? Because the Mad King's son, Prince Rhaegar Targaryen, actually kidnapped our sister Lyanna Stark. Or at least that is what Ned Stark believes, and also this man right here, Robert Baratheon, the current king and our best friend. So we led a rebellion against the Mad King. We ended up winning. Robert is now the great king of the Iron Throne. But as you can see by his traits, he isn't the greatest king, or at least won't be the greatest king. He is a drunkard, a fornicator, a profligate, and he also spends a little bit too much time in the brothels. However, our boy Ned has returned back home to the north to tend to his family. You see, he has a pretty young spouse, a 19-year-old Catelyn Tully. They have a son, Robb Stark, but he isn't our only son. Now, before we continue, there are going to be a lot of spoilers, or at least big spoilers coming up, so if you have not read the books or watched the TV show, make sure to click off right now. Okay, 3, 2, 1, spoilers incoming. So, Jon Snow isn't actually our son. He is the son of Lyanna Stark and Prince Rhaegar Targaryen. That's right, Lyanna wasn't actually kidnapped, they were lovers. So that makes our bastard son actually Prince Rhaegar's son. So he's technically the true heir to the Iron Throne. You see, Prince Rhaegar was the first son of the Mad King. However, he ended up dying to Robert Baratheon in a duel. Right here, was slain in a duel by King Robert. Now, Rhaegar did have 2 children, but they were also killed. So the only Targaryen in Rhaegar's line who is alive is Jon Snow. We will put Jon Snow onto the Iron Throne today. Now, of course, Ned Stark didn't do that historically, but we will explore a world today where we do achieve that. Now, starting off, we are making 22 gold a month, and we want as much gold as possible because we will need the strongest army in Westeros to take on the full power of the Iron Throne. Because if you don't know, this mod has a mechanic that causes mega wars to happen, so we will potentially be fighting like 200 or maybe even 300,000 men. So we need a lot of gold. Now, if we go down to the map modes and take a look at the economy map, you realize that Winterfell is okay. It is making about 9, actually almost 10 gold a month. That is quite a bit. But then we have this very yellow part over here. This is White Harbor. Now, Ned Stark would probably never do this, but we will revoke this title. We will modify the vassal contract. We will put title revocation away. We'll use a hook for that so we don't lose too much opinion. And then we will revoke the title and they should accept. Now, we will lose some legitimacy and a bit of tyranny, but that is fine. Let's revoke that. There we go, they have accepted. We now rule White Harbor. It is making 14 gold a month for us. So now we're making 50 gold a month. But you can see we can hold 8 holdings. So let's revoke a few more titles. For example, White Harbor has 3 other castles that we can hold. And also Winterfell has a few, so I'm going to revoke those barony castles. Now there we go, we now hold 8 out of 8 holdings. We hold 3 up here in Winterfell, and then White Harbor we have revoked these castles. Now you might be asking, why can we hold that many? Because we have an incredible sword called Ice. It is actually a ceremonial sword that is meant for executing people. It does give us 9 prowess, and it also gives us +1 domain limits. Then our holding Winterfell also gives us +2, this special building right here, +2 domain limits. And we also have Moat Cailin. Yeah, this one right here, this one also gives you +1. So incredible, we can hold 8 out of 8 holdings. And we already have 35,000 soldiers and we're making 60 gold a month. So we are going to build up a very strong army, mostly just focus on men-at-arms. For example, the Sons of the North, because if we do station them down in Winterfell, they will have 250 damage. That is incredible. Then we have Winter Wolves and a bunch of special men-at-arms, which we are all going to get. But for now, I will educate my children, Jon Snow and Robb Stark. I will also get a court tutor. Then I will just start the game and see how this goes. Now, before I go ahead and start spending all of my gold on men-at-arms, what I will do is a university visit, because we are a level 3 education, a skilled tactician, and we do want to have as much martial as possible. So I'm going to go visit the university in Old Town, and I'll probably also visit these dragon sites, because we do have a chance that we'll pick up a dragon egg. I do have the more dragon eggs mod on, so yeah, we'll also visit the wall up here, because this will give us a lot of martial experience, which we will need. We have arrived at the university. Let's see how this goes. There we go. We have actually picked up Brilliant Strategist and also 3 martial perks. Very nice. Did we gain a book out of that? We did. Martial lifestyle experience plus 5%. It's not that bad, but I guess it is better than nothing. I mean, we did pay quite a bit of money for it, but I guess it's fine. We'll let it slide this time. Now, we have maxed out our first stack, but we can get 7 men-at-arms stacked. So this is definitely gonna take a while. But Jon Snow is only 3 years old, so we definitely do still have time. Oh, wait, what? The Targaryen restoration? This is really early. What the hell? Okay, good luck, sure. They are being attacked. Our liege is being attacked by Viserys. How many men do they have? 20,000. Okay. It hasn't cost a mega war. Does he have dragons? He doesn't. He does have a choice to bring back the dragons after he does gain like 20,000 men. Not sure why they haven't done that. But it has not triggered a mega war. I think Robert is going to lose that war on his own if nobody joins it. Should we join it? No, you know what? We'll just let it happen. See how things go naturally. We are very close to maxing out all of our men-at-arms. We do need to max out these archers and then these guards of Winterfell, and then we are pretty much ready to declare war. Jon Snow is 11 years old, so 5 more years and then we can expose the truth. Oh, okay, something has happened. Saying goodbye. It seems King Robert has been killed, was executed on King Viserys' order. King Viserys the Restorer. Now Viserys has taken the throne, I believe. Robb can become just, that is fine. So I believe this is supposed to be Joffrey Baratheon, maybe? You know what? They have had a lot of black-haired children. That is interesting. Only 2 golden-haired children. Now, let's take a look at Viserys. Viserys has 23,000 men. 17,000 of them are special soldiers. I am a bit worried about that. They can be quite high quality. Then we have a 12-year-old Daenerys. I think Jon Snow is, yeah, about the same age. Okay, so we have a very bad king. Does anybody have claims on the Iron Throne? There are 8 claimants, so we got Renly, Stannis, and the kids of Robert Baratheon. So we do have some competition here. Okay, 5 more years, we have almost 50,000 men. Okay, that is pretty amazing. Then we can declare war on Viserys. Kind of, you know what? This kind of makes sense. He isn't a good king. His father was the Mad King. Rhaegar was a better man, I guess. And Jon Snow is Rhaegar's son. So Jon Snow belongs onto the throne, and we're gonna put him there. There is no way. Okay, so I'm searching for a knight to make Jon Snow and Robb Stark into knights, and I can invite Barristan Selmy to our court. That's right. It seems he has been kicked out from the Kingsguard. Maybe Viserys said, "Oh yeah, you can defend the Mad King. Yeah, you don't belong into my Kingsguard." But we can educate Squire. Can we actually? Yeah, we can. We can do several ones. Maybe I'll get a different one for Robb. Interesting. Aegon the Conqueror come again. Now, is he a Blackfire or is he Jon's brother? Let's take a look. It seems he is House Essos. Interesting. Let's see how they actually do. They might be quite even. It seems Viserys does have 28,000 and they have 18,000. Finally, Jon comes of age. That's right, Jon. But I have a little surprise for you. Oh, he has been knighted. That's also pretty cool. He only has 12 prowess. Interesting. Jon, I do have a little surprise for you. Expose true parentage. Question of parentage. Jon, the time has come for the truth. I'm not your father. Let's see how he reacts. Confusion, happiness, fear. Lyanna, he exhales at last but remains staring at the floor. This will change things, won't it? Yes, it will, Jon. You will be put onto the throne, or at least I will try. Now to see how the realm and Viserys react, let's find out. What will Viserys say to his nephew? I'm sorry, Cat, our wife, our spouse, Lady Catelyn, isn't too happy with us. A dark demand. A letter from King Viserys bears no misunderstanding or misinterpretation. He has demanded Jon be sent to his dungeon to live out his days in chains until he rules otherwise. Okay, no, we are not sending Jon Snow into a dungeon for the rest of his life. So, this is punishment for being born. I'll not stand for it. Yeah, maybe we should get some allies before we start the war. We've only had 3 children. That's weird. Ned Stark usually has like 7 or 8 or 6, 7. Betting alliances. We have an option to get another alliance choosing Jon Snow. But we're not gonna do that. We don't really need them. Now, will the war start? Let's see. Together we march for justice. That means we are now fighting the war of Rhaegar's bastard. And once we do enforce demands, Sir Jon Snow will gain the 7 kingdoms of the Iron Throne. Very nice. Now, they have 190,000, we have 130,000, so this definitely isn't going to be an easy war. Why has the Reach joined the Iron Throne even though we're allied to them? Not sure, but we do have the Westerlands, I believe. We do have the Riverlands, it seems, the Vale. Actually, all of our old allies plus the Westerlands and Dorne. Can we get anybody else? We can call in these guys and we can't call in Mace. Okay, that's fine. I'll try and come up with a good strategy here and try and take out the Targaryens. I guess Viserys, Jon Snow is a Targaryen, so we are setting another Targaryen on the throne. Ah yes, the North. Over 600 different regions are joining. 1 man from every village I see. And yeah, my game just froze. That's nice. That is 1 massive army. We do have 48,000 men. I think this is the strongest I've ever seen the North, at least Ned Stark's North. Now when it comes to our martial perks, we have finished strategist and I'm going to go down this and also gallant. These traits right here, these perks are very good for fighting. We actually have 26 martial. We can get that up if we actually change our castellan to a martial person. And this will give us +5 martial, so we now have 31. And of course, we can also put our spouse onto chivalry focus if we do need it, but I don't think we will. That leaves us with 46 commander advantage, so we are pretty good. There is an army approaching. We are sieging this duchy, and it actually does give quite a bit of war score by sieging it. Now we are going to move into this battle because they will be disembarked. They are defending in forest, but we do control it, so that doesn't really make sense. But I guess we'll just go in anyways. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, we are... Well, we do have 40 advantage. They did outnumber us, but we are winning. Look at that. Okay, how many soldiers was that? 53,000 men just died. Oh yeah. 180,000 soldiers against 130,000. And we killed 53,000 and we lost 8,000. So now we do... Well, they do actually still outnumber us by 15,000. But I think it will be fine. I have moved on down here to siege their capital. We have just lost 30,000 men, which isn't too great. One of them we lost in a battle, and I do believe my allies just ran through this part, so they did get quite a bit of attrition. But 4 months and we will have siege down the Red Keep. Very nice. Let's see. Did we capture anybody? I don't think we did. Nope, nobody important at least. So let's siege down the rest of this. I have started to siege down these side counties. I'm kind of trying to bait them into running into their own capital because it is a very good place to fight. Let's see, if we can catch them in the Red Keep, that would be good. Can I catch them somewhere? It says we can catch them here. You know what? Let's hope our allies join in and then we can defeat them. We are going to the Red Keep. Will they attack us? It seems they are attacking our ally, maybe? Okay, they have landed and they are going to attack us. That is very good news for us. That is 130,000 men. Even though we only have 42,000 men, it is saying that it is even. So let's see how this goes. Now our allies are going to jump in, hopefully. We do have 70 advantage. Very nice. And yes, we should win this. Yes, look at that. A massive battle happening in King's Landing in the Red Keep. And there we go. That ends the war. And now we can enforce demands and put Jon Snow onto the throne of the Seven Kingdoms. Let's enforce demands. And look at that. A new day dawns. I watch on as Jon steps through the gates of the throne room, crown adorning his head. He is now the king, and we will play as Jon Snow. So what exactly is going on? Why do I only control the crown lands? Wait, a new kingdom. I, Darn Martell, hereby declare myself prince. Do they not see me as the true king of the Iron Throne? Proclaiming your birthright, I am Jon Targaryen or I am Jon Stark. I am a Targaryen, let's choose that. Okay, so I lost the bastard, I gained the legitimized bastard, but why do I not have the Iron Throne? Interesting. It seems the people of Westeros don't believe in us because we do not have the Iron Throne. They are all proclaiming their own kingdoms. Okay, interesting. Well, if they all want to proclaim their own kingdoms, I will let them do that. Because I am a Targaryen, I will try and revive the dragons from extinction, and then I will reconquer the Iron Throne. Why do I control a part in down here in the Iron Islands? I'm not sure. Interesting. Anyways, I need a wife. I need a spouse, and I have a very good option. This lady has not had a child yet. Okay, let's execute this man. Can I send him to the wall? Maybe I could. It seems I can invite Daenerys to our court. Then what I will do is execute this good man, this bad man, Viserys. We will behead him. We will gain familial kinslayer. That's a trait I don't really like. For some reason, we can't send him to the wall. So I guess we will just execute him. There we go. I have become a sinner, but I will arrange a marriage between me and Daenerys. There we go. Okay. Now, how do I gain a dragon egg? Oh, Ned is giving me Sir Barristan as a courtier. That's really cool. So now I have a courtier who has 48 prowess. Very nice. I have had a player heir, Aerys Targaryen. That's an unfortunate name. Let's name him something else than Aerys. Yes, that's a perfect and original name. Aegon Targaryen, our heir. We are in Eddard Stark coronation, the king in the north. That's right, Finnish coronation. I am trying to get dragon eggs by traveling, but it's not going too well just yet. Wait, I just noticed he isn't my son, he is my cousin, my player heir. Okay, interesting. Well, sure. Now I was hoping with a little bit of traveling we would pick up a dragon egg, but instead what we will do now is fund a expedition to Old Valyria. This will cost 500 gold, and there is a pretty big chance it brings back like a disease or something. It seems we have an option to send 3 people. This guy is still wearing the Kingsguard armor, even though the Kingsguard no longer exists. So sure, we will send Godric. He will go to Old Valyria. Hopefully he doesn't bring back any disease or anything like that. Now find me a dragon, Godric. Okay, the expedition returns. Let's see what he has brought me. He has brought me a Tryphane dragon egg. That's very nice. That means we can start a dragon hatching event as soon as I get, I believe, 700. Yeah, 700 gold. And then we can hatch the dragon egg. We do now have 700 gold. Let's host a dragon hatching event. I think for this, the best one is esoteric hatching. I do think you have better chances in that one. We will put this onto blood sacrifice and this one to a massive catalyst. We'll just invite everybody over. Hopefully this doesn't fail. But yes, we will be using this egg to hatch a majestic dragon. I have become ill, which isn't the greatest sign, but I think the best one for this is the Roller Faith. That is how you say it. I will give what is necessary. I will give what is customary. Oh, okay. Renly is doing naughty things. Everyone shall open a vein for this great project. And then we will use the Dragon Mont on Dragonstone. And that is a lot of good chances. Let's see if this succeeds. Come on. Yes, huzzah! We have gotten dragons. Look at that. That is a weird name. Oktinukir. Okay, we will definitely rename him. We have become injured and we're ill, so that's not a good duo. We also have this option, my children. We will become known as the Father of Dragons. Do we want to be rather known as Snow-Crowned or Father of Dragons? Well, of course, Father of Dragons. My children, yes. Well, my child, I guess. There's only one of them. So let's rename him. I think we should name him after our father, right? Rhaegal. Rhaegal. Yep. Much better name. Okay, let's wait for him to grow up and then we can start wars. I believe, yeah, we first have to tame him and then we can start dragon wars. Oh, he is growing very quickly. It seems he does have kind of a pink gold shade. And he does have the trait Destined. That is why he's growing so quickly. He grows during the first year. And we can't tame him because he is over the size of 30. So let's tame Rhaegal. He is now our dragon, which means we have access to a new casus belli. We can either conquer kingdoms or we can subjugate people. And of course, we want to subjugate them. So let's start this war. We are also allied to Ned Stark, so let's call him in as well. And let's conquer the Trident and all of the other kingdoms as well. Okay, I have just accidentally gone into a battle and it seems they are allied to the Vale. Let's see if we can win this. We do only have a small stack of Winter Wolves, but we do have a dragon. Now, it's not a fully sized dragon, a fully grown dragon, but it's okay. It's not giving us that much advantage because he is quite small. He only is 40 size, but we do have the Northmen on our side, so we should be able to win this war. 69%, very nice. Let's go for a second battle and we are destroying them. Very nice. That didn't give us any war score. I guess we'll just focus on sieging then. And there we go, 100% after a few sieges. Let's enforce demands. He becomes our vassal. We now hold the Trident. To proclaim the Iron Throne, we must hold at least 5 empires. Now this doesn't actually say that we have to create them. We do need 7,000 gold to actually finish this decision. So I guess I will just save up every penny I can get. I guess I'll attack the Vale next. They are quite weak than just anybody close to us. We are about to finish this war just by sieging, it seems. I haven't seen their armies just yet, but we have sieged a lot of land and this siege should do it. Yep, there we go, 100%. And we have subjugated the Vale. There we go, so be it. Now, next up, the Rock, the Reach. Everything else in the 7 kingdoms. We can't get the north because they are our ally. So that's definitely gonna be interesting. Could do the Iron Islands or the Rock. You know what? We'll go for the Imp Tyrion Lannister. I have just sieged a bunch and now I'm going in for a battle. Of course, no problem. We have a lot of advantage. Oh. We could claim a Valyrian steel sword, we would lose a level of fame. We are exalted among men, on our way to legendary figure. We do gain a lot of prestige from these battles. Wait, what? Wait, how many Valyrian steel swords can I take? Okay, so we have a lot of options. Skull Cleaver, Pride, or White Stripe. Okay, this is a boring name. It does give a bit of advantages. Skull Cleaver, that's a pretty cool one. Plus 20% martial experience as well. Or Pride, which gives a medium boost if you are ill. Okay, Pride or Skull Cleaver, those are very nice swords. This guy is a count and this guy is a duke, so I will take this guy's sword. That is more fitting for a king. Now, we do have a claim on Blackfire, but he actually does have more prowess than us, the guy who holds Blackfire, this guy. He does have 35. How much do we have? 21. So I think we would lose if we would fight him. But you know what? Oh, he wouldn't accept the challenge. Okay. Anyways, we could steal it, but we are honest, so we'll gain stress. And there we go, 100%. And who says war doesn't make you rich? We have 3,500 gold, about halfway there, what we need to actually take the decision. I think next up I will take out the Iron Islands, because we do have this one county down here, so we can just immediately start sieging these castles. Right, Tyrion Lannister has declared an independence war against us, even though he only has 3,000 men. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the AI is thinking. There we go, this battle also doesn't seem to be a problem after our men-at-arms joined in. Then I guess I'll just start sieging and then I'll go take care of Tyrion Lannister. They have returned. It seems also our allies, or I guess our vassals, did take care of Tyrion Lannister, and I just ended up executing him. That is fine. Let's go down here, attack these guys, and boom, 100%. We have taken the Iron Islands. Now, all that remains is kind of the south, the Reach, the Stormlands, and Dorne. I think we do still need one more empire, and we do need 800 gold. So I think next up, I will attack the Reach. They do have 40,000 men, and sieging them should give me quite a bit of gold. What's happened to your face? God damn. Okay, I think sieging might be a little OP against the Reach. We already have 85%. Now we have 88, 92... and 100. Okay, right. So we got a lot of fourscore just from sieging. And they did siege 2 other counties as well. So 16 months and we have conquered the Reach. And Force Demands, they are now our vassal. And all we have to take is... Actually, do we have to take anything? No, I can just proclaim the Iron Throne right now. Send the Raven, 7,000 golds. There we go. We are now the rightful ruler of the Iron Throne. We have a dragon. We are the son of Rhaegar Targaryen. Nobody can question us. We also have the Northman legacy, because we are a Northman and we follow the old gods. Interesting. Now, what about our children? Okay, I might put these all that Daenerys educates them. But yeah, let's go and subjugate this guy right here, King Renly, and also Dorne. Oh wow, we do have 700 new special soldiers, and it seems they are all cavalry. Well, almost. That the Conqueror's Guard, that's very nice. And I also noticed that our succession law has changed. Our daughter is our player heir, so our main title does have the equal law. So that's actually pretty cool. So let's get to conquering Renly. One more siege and this war should be over. 99%. Okay, 100%. There we go. And Force Demands, that took 2 years, but all that remains is Dorne. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, I mean the north as well, but I won't be attacking them because they are our ally and we kind of owe this whole kingdom to them. I guess yeah, I guess I did build up the north, so technically I owe it to myself, but yeah, they will stay independent. Now, Aegon the Conqueror did lose a dragon down here in Dorne. Let's see if we lose one. Okay, they have sieged that back, but we're still going to attack them. There we go. I mean, I don't think the dragon is even in the battle because we aren't leading the battle. There we go. We have beaten the Dornish, so I guess we'll go and take care of friendly. There is our army. Let's go. You know what? Let's go siege down Storm's End. Now, Storm's End is a massive castle and has a lot of fort level. However, we do have a dragon, so we can use it to kind of burn it down. And that has just reduced 5 months from our siege. Very nice. Now we are marching into a battle. Hopefully, yeah, we can catch them here. There we go. We have beaten them. We have 100,000 men because it is a mega war. 150,000 against 30,000. Yeah, not really fair, but I mean, that's friendly's fault. 10% and then this war will be done. Let's take a look. 4% and there we go. 100% we have defeated, I guess, our first rebellion. Bring them before me. Okay, what should we do with them? You know what? I think it's time. I will take his title. I will execute the traitor. I will banish his house and family. Actually, yeah, his house. And my will be done. And I guess I don't really care about these other guys. And I will give the Stormlands off to these guys, the Boilings, because they are of the Durrandon dynasty. So if I do give them Stormlands, they might be able to restore the Durrandon family. But there you have it. Jon Snow sits on the Iron Throne with one single dragon, who is also a female, so she might drop some eggs at some point. And our wife is Daenerys Stormborn. We have 4 children. They are Faith of the Seven, and I do believe they will convert to High Valyrian as well. It seems this man... Oh yeah, he was born High Valyrian. But this is our player heir, our daughter. Then we have a son, another daughter, and our youngest son, Harrion. They all have pretty good traits. His father, or I guess uncle now, is the king in the north, and he is independent. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps me out. And I will catch you guys in the next video.